Have you ever feel lonely, even though you're the one pushing people away? You want connection, but when it's right there, you turn it down. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it's way more common than you think. Today we're going to unpack why this happens, how it quietly sneaks into your life, and the gentle, realistic steps you can take to break the cycle, without forcing yourself into anything that doesn't feel right. You know what's strange? Sometimes the loneliest people are the ones who push others away the most. It's that quiet contradiction, wanting to be close to people, but also feeling this invisible barrier that makes you hold back. You crave a text from a friend, but when it actually comes, you hesitate to reply. You wish someone would invite you out, but when they do, you come up with a reason to stay home. You feel invisible, yet you avoid being seen. This isn't just shyness, and it's not simply being introverted. It's something deeper, a pattern with roots that often go unnoticed. This is what I call antisocial loneliness. It's a paradox. You feel profoundly lonely while actively avoiding the very thing that could make you feel better: connection. You want companionship, yet you isolate. You long for closeness, yet you build walls. And even though it hurts, you still do it. So, how does it start? It rarely happens overnight. For many, it begins with small emotional bruises. Maybe you've been misunderstood. Maybe your trust was broken. Maybe social situations have always made you feel like the odd one out. So you step back. At first, it feels like relief. Fewer awkward moments, less drama, more control. But slowly, that relief turns into a hollow ache. You scroll through social media and feel like life is happening without you. You see an inside joke in a group chat that you weren't part of. You laugh at something funny, but there's no one there to share it with. The world moves forward, and you're watching from a distance. And then there are the symptoms, the little signs you've slipped into antisocial loneliness without realizing it. You start overthinking every social invitation. You feel drained at the thought of phone calls. You avoid eye contact with people you know in public, just so you won't have to engage. You want connection, but you dread the effort it takes to make it happen. So why does this paradox even exist? Because loneliness isn't just about being physically alone. It's about feeling emotionally unsafe. If you've been hurt before, or if you're carrying insecurities, your brain might tell you it's safer to avoid connection, even when your heart desperately wants it. That's the cycle. Loneliness drives the desire for closeness. Fear drives avoidance, and avoidance deepens loneliness. So how do we break this? First, name it. Instead of brushing it off as "I'm just tired" or "I like my own company," say it out loud, or at least to yourself. "I feel lonely and I'm uncomfortable reaching out." Naming it makes it real, and what's real can be worked on. Second, reach out small. Don't try to jump straight into deep emotional conversations if you're not ready. Start tiny. Reply to one message. Send someone a meme that made you smile. Leave a quick comment on a post. These small touches warm up the social muscle without overwhelming you. Third, schedule little moments of human contact. Yes, literally put it in your calendar. A coffee with a friend, a short voice note, even a walk around your neighborhood where you smile at a neighbor. Think of these like vitamins, small doses that help keep your social health in balance. Fourth, let safe people in. Not everyone, just the ones you trust most. Tell them, "I'm trying to be more connected. I might be a little awkward, but I'm showing up." You'll be surprised how many people get it, and how many might be feeling the exact same way. Fifth, release the idea of doing this perfectly. Some days you'll want to retreat, and that's okay. The goal isn't to become a social butterfly overnight. It's to slowly untangle the knot that keeps you from the connection you need. And here's something that might help shift your mindset. Instead of thinking, I have to be social, think, I'm giving myself a chance to feel less alone. It's not about forcing interaction. It's about opening the door a crack and letting the light in. The truth is, you're not broken for feeling this way. You're human. Life leaves its marks, and sometimes those marks make us cautious. But with patience and small acts of courage, you can rewire your brain's relationship with connection. And when you do, something beautiful happens. You'll find yourself laughing more often, feeling more at ease in your own skin. You'll realize the world isn't as distant or as unfriendly as it once seemed. So if you're listening to this right now and thinking, that's me, take a deep breath. You don't have to fix it all today. Just pick one tiny step. Send that message, answer that call, smile back at that stranger. And remember, even if you feel alone, you're not the only one feeling this way. We're all wired for connection. Sometimes life and fear get in the way. But the good news, those wires can be repaired. One moment, one message, one small act at a time. Thanks for listening. If this spoke to you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know you're out there, quietly listening, but maybe, just maybe, ready to let the world back in.